Your number one journalist here, Mr. Montgomery. Now, it's peak. I'm not going to lie. If you've lived in the UK for a certain amount of time and you ever wanted a reason to leave the UK, well, now is the time, because Boris Johnson is now the leader of the Conservative Party and will be appointed new UK Prime Minister. Let me even just repeat that again. Boris Johnson will be elected the new UK Prime Minister. Now, of course, an official report says this: Boris Johnson will become Britain's next Prime Minister after being elected leader of the Conservative Party. Obviously, Theresa May resigned, if you guys remember. She stood up on the podium and started crying. I actually feel sorry for Theresa May, not because of the way she dealt with Grenfell and stuff like that. Of course, the way she dealt with that stuff was bad. But I actually felt sorry for her because she came into the situation of being UK Prime Minister in a difficult situation. We had just left the EU. Knife crime had started to rise on a high. David Cameron resigned. And now we're about to have Boris Johnson as the new Prime Minister. Now, it was an in-house competition party. A lot of people have been asking me, how come we didn't vote? How come there was no election? How come there was no this? Is because Theresa May resigned, there had to be an in-house party election. So within the Conservative Party. So not amongst the public, just people within the Conservative Party. And of course, people have voted for Boris Johnson. Now, he was up against Jeremy Hunt, and Boris Johnson got 90,000 votes compared to Jeremy Hunt, who got 40,000. To be honest, he was always going to become the new Prime Minister. And he said this: these are the three main things that he's going to deliver. He's going to deliver Brexit, he's going to unite the country, and he's going to defeat Jeremy Corbyn. The main thing here, if you don't understand politics or you don't understand anything, because in most cases, I'm speaking to a young demographic, and also they don't really teach you certain things about politics in school. The main thing right now being Prime Minister means is that Brexit has to happen. Of course, we are leaving the EU on the 31st of October. We was meant to leave in March. But the reason why I think Boris Johnson might actually work, just bear with me, I think he might actually work. You know why? Because he doesn't care what people think. He's kind of like Donald Trump in a way. He's the UK Donald Trump. He doesn't care what people think. He says what he thinks and he's upfront. I'd rather have a politician who tells me he doesn't care about black people, he doesn't care about my people, he doesn't care about immigrants, he doesn't care about a specific demographic, so that I cannot wait for the government to do things for me, and my people won't wait for the government to do things for me, and I can just be productive knowing that my Prime Minister doesn't care about me. Obviously, he had this to say. He said this: "Thank you all for the incredible honor you have done me. The time for campaigning is over and the time for work begins to unite our country and party. Deliver Brexit and defeat Corbyn. I will work flat out to repay your confidence." Donald Trump actually congratulated him on Twitter, saying this: "Congratulations to Boris Johnson on becoming the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He will be great." The main thing that Boris Johnson will have to do is push to tackle Brexit. Right now, we're in a position where the EU are not going to give us a no-deal Brexit. If you don't understand what that means, it basically means a few things. It's going to be harder for us to trade with European countries, so certain things like food, just normal exports, them bringing things into the country, us exchanging things with them is going to be completely different because we don't have an agreement with them. It's kind of like a marriage. After you divorce, who's going to keep the car? Who's going to keep the house? Who's going to have custody over the kids? That's kind of the agreement that we're going to have. And right now, it appears that we're going to lose custody of everything. Obviously, food will cost more. The pound GBP will go down as well. If you're a trader and whatnot and you're into the forex market and stuff like that, the pound is just going to lose so much value. It's going to cost more. This is a big one. This is probably going to affect everybody. Yeah, it's gonna cost more to travel to European countries. So France, any country that's within the EU, you're gonna need a visa. And yeah, man, you don't need to let me know, because obviously this is one of the first political stories that I'm doing, and I actually feel there's a market for the political sector. So let me know if you guys want me to do more political videos. I do want to do a video called Boris Johnson, What Happens Next? So you lot can actually understand what's gonna happen next within the country, because really and truly, Boris Johnson is Prime Minister, but it's not necessarily going to change everybody's life. No one's life is going to be any more worse. Like, if you're broke now, you're not going to be more broke because of Boris Johnson. Brother, you were broke before Boris Johnson. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So let me know if you want me to do more political stories. Brexit is due to happen on the 31st of October. Yeah, man, Boris Johnson is the new UK Prime Minister. Could be good, could be bad, but no Prime Minister or no government is going to govern my future. So, yeah, man, let me know what you lot think. Leave a like, comment in a bit.